Hello everyone, welcome to Cassandra's Chinese Food Kitchen. This channel is about authentic Chinese food. Yes, not so-called Chinese food such as General Tso's chicken, but what we eat in our daily life. Your Chinese food teacher is a bad luck magnate who failed in GPA, has been out of work for 3 years, but luckily never fails in the kitchen. So please trust me, at least in the kitchen. What is Chinese food? In my opinion, it is a system about mastering heat and layering flavor. I will teach heat later by practice. But first, I need to introduce Chinese food ingredients, what they are, and how we use them to layer flavor. Let's start with seasonings. First, and the most important, are two kinds of soy sauce. I know they look nearly the same in the bottle, just like siblings. But when you pour them in a container, they are different. The translucent brown one is light soy sauce. It is used more often because it adds savory flavor. If you go to any large supermarket and pick a random bottle of soy sauce, it is usually a light one. This black one is dark soy sauce. It ferments longer and has caramel, so it is darker and we use it to make appetizing colors. But if you use too much, your food will look like black soil. These are Chinese vinegar. It is usually made by fermenting rice or other grains. There are light colored vinegars and dark vinegars. Dark vinegar usually tastes milder and more aromatic, while light vinegar tastes sharper and cleaner. Generally speaking, we use dark vinegar for cold dishes and dipping sauce for dumplings. Sometimes, when we stir fry shredded potatoes or bean sprouts, we use a little light vinegar because we don't want the dish to turn dark. If you are not ready to go to an Asian supermarket and buy a bottle of Chinese rice vinegar, you can use European vinegar as a substitute. My first choice would be malt vinegar. I don't recommend to use wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar. They are good vinegar, but usually sweeter and fruitier. And the flavor may taste a little strange in Chinese dishes. This is soybean paste. It is sticky brown paste made by soybeans. Just like Japanese miso, but has a deeper fermented savory. We usually cook it with oil to balance it. In my hometown, we eat raw vegetables with it. This is lettuce. Even raw scallions. Huh? What? Yes, it is strange. For me, it's the food in my childhood. But I don't recommend you to try it as a beginner. This is fermented black soybean. Actually, it is maybe the earliest member of the fermented soybean family. Earlier than soy sauce or soybean paste. Our ancestors started to make it 2000 years ago. As far as I know, it is probably wasn't very delicious at that time. They eat it directly. Not very delicious. Poor ancestors. For modern people, the fermented flavor is too strong. So now we usually fry it before cooking. Usually, North people like soybean paste, but South people like fermented black soybean, especially in Sichuan province and Guangdong province. This is red fermented tofu. Maybe looks a little horrible. Just like blood. One of my French teacher joked that it is something strange from moon. In fact, it's fermented by beneficial malt. Just imagine blue cheese in Europe. Some Chinese people eat it with porridge or steamed buns for breakfast. I can also eat it directly, although I must say I don't like it. It can also help cooking. We mash it and mix it with water. It creates a little sweet and slightly alcohol flavor, which is for braising meat or frying vegetables. This is sesame paste, a very popular sauce in northern China. It is rich and thick, but has a slightly bitter taste. So sometimes we blend it with peanuts to make it smoother. If you are allergic, please check the ingredients list carefully. This is cooking wine. It's used to reduce the strong smell of meat. Just like grape wine in Western cooking, but we usually use a much smaller amount because it is stronger. It contains a little spices, but it's not mild wine, not a beverage, only used to cook. Please don't drink it. Your food needs it. Your tongue does not. And finally, starch. It doesn't have any flavor, but we usually mix it with water to make a slurry. For beginners, cornstarch is the best. Potato starch also okay. This is corn one. Slurry makes the sauce thicker and coats the food evenly. Also, it can be used to prepare meat, creating a coat which keeps the meat tender and juicy. Keep your starch in an airtight container. Moisture in the air will make it clump and lose quality. I know it is a little difficult to remember and buy all of them immediately. For the first few recipes, we'll mostly use the light soy sauce. I'll introduce how to use others slowly, only when we really need them.